So this is a range we don't get to train often using the hip flexors as the driver. You'll see that I'm moving into extension through the whole body, a back bend shape, but I'm pulling myself up through my hip flexor. I'm pulling up on the weights that are anchoring my foot down, and that's helping me come up. It's not just an abdominal exercise. And because I'm doing this in a sort of lunge setup with one knee up, almost like a sprint stance or athletic stance, that gives me a different sense of connection through my pelvis and my lower abs. It helps me feel stable. And from that base, I can explore things like twisting. I can explore all kinds of different movements that might relate to throwing, that might relate to rotating to punch. And I can just test areas through my midsection that feel a bit disconnected and weak in this context. I can work with rotation. I can do that at various degrees of hip opening or back bend, depending on where I feel stronger or weaker. And I can compare left to right, not just to see what's stronger, but also to see if my body sequences differently, if I have different habitual firing patterns on left and right. So here's an example where I'm applying pressure to the knee. I did that through the medicine ball with my elbow and now directly through my hand. That's giving me a sense of connection from left shoulder to right hip. And I'm playing with keeping that midline the same, not bending my back, and now just working through the hip flexor even more. But you'll see that the next variation, I'm working with back extension. So I'm actively unfurling as I go down, segmentally from lower to upper back, and then curling back to come up. And it's interesting feeling which muscles get locked, which ones are weak through my abs, and which parts of that range need to be trained so that I can feel really good in my spine.